Let's start with output first. Okay, so we will talk about the print function, which you have already seen and used before. Okay, so this print function is used to display information onto the terminal. Okay, terminal, otherwise also known as console. Actually, it's known as console. It just happens to be terminal in some operating systems. Okay, but this is called the console. So the print function is used to display information that you want to display, okay, that you want the user to see. So this is part of the output. Okay, this print function is used for output. Now the general form of the print function is as follows. Okay, so you have the keyword print. Okay, the keyword print, which has to be written exactly like this. Okay, because this is a function that has been provided. Okay, so this is a built-in function, which is sort of like built-in functionality that has been provided to you by Python. So you start with a print, then comes the set of parentheses, so opening parentheses and closing parentheses. And remember that the space between the print and the parentheses does not matter, okay? You can have no spaces, or as many spaces as you like, okay? Or as many as you like. Okay, so the spaces between the print and the parentheses do not matter. Next comes the arguments. Okay, so these are called arguments. Okay, we will learn about arguments in more detail when we talk about our own user-defined functions. Okay, so there are functions that have been provided to you by Python, and then there are functions that you can write yourself. Okay, so these arguments are sort of like inputs to the print function. Okay, now the print function takes 0 or more arguments. Okay, so you can have a statement such as this: print. Okay, or you can have print some argument arg1, or you can have print arg1 comma arg2, or you can have print arg1 arg2 arg3. Okay, and all of these arguments are separated by commas. Okay, and you can have as many as you like for all intents and purposes. Obviously there are limits to everything, but essentially for us you can have as many as you like. Okay, think of it this way. Also, the arg the arguments arg1, arg2, etc. can be variables, can be literals, or they can be expressions as well. Okay, so you can say things like print x, where you had previously defined x to be 5, let's say, right? X, the variable x exists. Or you could say print 5 directly. Or you could even say print 10 minus 5. That also works, okay? So the argument can be a variable, a literal, or an expression, okay? The second point is the arguments can be of any type. Okay, so instead of just numbers, you could print strings. You could print boolean variables. Okay, or boolean expressions, or boolean literals. Okay, true false. Okay, so the arguments can be of any type. Okay, the last point is the print function. What it does, the result of this of calling. Okay, a function is called. Okay, so the result of calling the print function, a function is called. So the result of calling the print function is that the arguments, the values of these arguments, are displayed on the screen. Let me clear this up a little bit. Okay, so the values of these arguments, arg1, arg2, etc., whatever you pass, right, are displayed on the screen, separated by one space. Okay, one space between each, and Actually, I missed this. And ending with a new line. With a new line. A new line is nothing but a new line. Okay, so the control or the cursor goes to the new line. Okay,